Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday to you all. July 24th. Just turned off the music a little too abruptly there. I apologize. Okay, July 20. Welcome to Monday. July 24th, 2023. I'm Larry Jacobs. This is Pre-K-12 Education Talk Radio. Got a nice show for you this morning. We're going to talk about professional learning communities. As you all know, I work a lot with Discovery, good friends, Discovery Education, and they have a terrific professional learning community. Okay, and Crilley is here. She's their senior manager of community engagement. We're going to talk about the how and the why and the where and all that sort of thing of the Discovery Education Network, which is their particular learning community, and also with Becky Plotkin. Becky is an AP teacher down at the Pine Lake Preparatory School in North Carolina. We'll find out a little more about that as we talk to her. She's also the instructional technology specialist at Pine Lake Prep, and we're going to talk to her about why she joined, why she wanted to be part of a learning community. All right, and how it works for her, etc. So it's going to be a really nice show. I'm looking forward to talking to these two wonderful ladies. We're going to archive the show, as you all know, over at ace-ed.org, ace-ed.org, home website of our American Consortium for Equity and Education, and everything over there is free for educators. Okay, our magazine, Equity and Access, just click on the cover. It's a good issue. All right, all our podcasts are there. We'll archive this one over there as well. They're just pick through and listen to what you want to listen to. A ton of information, and also our Excellence in Equity Awards program for those who participate in pre-K-12 education. It's free for educators. Everything we do over there is free for educators. It's all industry supported. So please go over there, check it all out, and enjoy yourself. It's really a good website. Thanks to the one and only Maya Appleby, who is the publisher of our magazine and our production director for the company. If you want to get in touch with me, don't hesitate. Send me an email at larry@ace-ed.org, larry@ace-ed.org. And amazingly, you'll be amazed, I will answer you. Okay, so if you have any ideas for podcasts, if you want to comment about something we ever say, larry@ace-ed.org. And enough of me blabbing up here in Maine. I think we're going to go to Virginia and North Carolina. Ann, are you in Virginia? Where are you? Where are you, Ann?
Hey, Larry, I'm in Kentucky.
Kentucky. Close enough. I've tried. Where are you in Kentucky?
I'm actually in northern Kentucky, so I'm just across the river from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Then that would be Covington. Am I correct?
Yes, you are. Good job.
And everybody, that's why you fly into Cincinnati. You actually fly into CVG. All right, Covington, Kentucky. There you go. I've done it. Okay, great city, by the way. Okay, Cincinnati. Yes. And I assume, I've only driven from the airport, but I assume Covington is too. And it's great to have you here this morning. Thank you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. And we're going to swing over and say good morning to Ms. Becky Plotkin. Good morning, Becky.
Good morning, Larry. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for being here. Okay, on a Monday in the summer. It is appreciated. Okay, and I want to go over just a little bit. Where is Pine Lake Prep, your school? Just brag a little bit. Tell us about that.
Well, we are a K-12 school. We're one campus. We're just north of Charlotte in Mooresville, North Carolina.
Oh, sure.
And
I know Mooresville.
So it's a small community, and it's just an amazing place to teach and work and have my kids.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. And what grade do you teach, or maybe you're everything?
Well, I have a little bit of everything. I assume
it's not a one-room schoolhouse, and you're not that really everything. Tell us what you teach.
So currently I'm teaching AP Psychology, AP Research, and Economics. It's such a mix, but it's amazing. I teach mostly juniors and seniors.
Wow, economics, that's hard. That's hard. You're still using Paul Samuelson? I'm showing my age right there. Okay, when I was in school during the Roman Empire, okay, everybody in economics used Paul Samuelson's book. Okay, I don't think they do it anymore. Okay, what can I tell you? Wow, economics, I'm impressed. I used to teach social studies, but I always refused an economics class to teach because I was not good at it at all. So wow, I'm impressed. And you're also I have a note here. You're the instructional technology specialist as well.
That's actually how I started at Pine Lake, was as a technology specialist, and I still kind of run the platforms of Canvas and Discovery Ed and all of those technology tools and organize some professional development for teachers. It's a small school, so everybody does 9 different tasks and jobs at the same time.
How many kids? How many kids go there?
K-12, there's about 1,850.
Oh, I thought you were going to say even less. I think that's terrific. I think that's terrific. It's not that small. That's pretty good, I got to tell you. That's nice. So most of the kids, it's an interesting question. Do most of the kids who start there go K-12? Do they go through 12 years? Or do a lot of them leave at some point? I'm just curious. Go to a different school.
I think we run about a 70 to 80% retention rate K-12.
That's pretty good. That's pretty darn good. Must be a good place. Okay. Pine Lake Prep, Mooresville, North Carolina. I love it. Becky Plotkin's here. This is great. Becky, okay, you've introduced yourself. Okay, where you are, I have to ask the question, how hot is it down there? I'm up here in Maine, and we've had a pretty easygoing summer. All right, but I know it's hot down south. How are we doing in North Carolina? I never hear much about North Carolina these days. What's the weather?
Well, this year's not been as bad as in the past. I think yesterday we were at about 90, but it's not the not the temperature; it's the humidity that gets you here. It's it's humid.
That's the opposite of what they say in Vegas, but at least it's a dry heat. Okay, it's like an air fryer. It's like walking into an air fryer over there.
Yeah,
you know? It's a dry heat. It's not a good idea. The humidity's bad, but it's always bad down there in the summer. But it's not particularly bad, and that's what I'm concerned about. Okay, how is it in Kentucky, Ann?
We've actually had a lot of hot days, but right now it's a calm 70 degrees. So hoping for maybe a cooler week.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys are avoiding that really bad heat that's hanging over everything and making everybody crazy, particularly out west, et cetera, et cetera. All right. And tell us about your job. You're the Discovery Education Senior Manager of Community Education. Community Engagement. Okay, and that's a big title there. That's important. Okay, community. Because I know Discovery, I know Stephen and everybody there so well. Okay, and tell us what you do with all this. Go ahead. Just give us the overview.
Yeah, for sure. So I am lucky
enough to brag a little.
Run
you can brag.
I get to run the Discovery Educator Network, which is our professional learning community at Discovery Education. It's been around for 18 years. I have not been there for 18 years, but the past 3 years have been lucky enough to lead it and work with our educators in our community and share resources with them and just kind of help them grow professionally and connect and learn more about Discovery Education.
Okay, and actually, what you just said, learn more about Discovery Education, but I have a feeling it's a little deeper than that. Okay, and Becky, you use Discovery. Okay, your school uses Discovery, obviously. But it's you being in a network allows you to talk to other people in the same position. All right, and I think that's important. You have a lot in common with people in Idaho, teachers in Idaho. Teachers anywhere in the country, okay, if not the world. And, they're doing things with the same products that you have, Becky. All right. Talk about why you were involved, why you got involved with the Discovery Educator Network, and which is a professional learning community in general, I might add. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I think we all belong to learning communities, not just professionally. I joined a Mommy and Me class. My daughter has a dog learning community with her fur babies. So I think we all have that.
Wait a minute. Are the fur babies real or are these toys? I'm old.
No, they're real. She doesn't want kids, she has her dogs. And
she has a dog. I wasn't sure. I'm thinking like Beanie Babies. They're not real, So I wasn't sure where you were going with that. Good. Fur babies, real. No. Okay. Yeah, good.
I think learning communities are very organic in people's lives, and we just really want to connect with others. And so when I think about professional learning communities, the reason I love this one, it's not necessarily driven by the administrator of our school or by my department chair or just by any common goal or collective goal, other than supporting each other. And we have the same resources in Discovery Ed. We're teaching lessons, and I love to talk about the lessons we're doing with teachers and Discovery. The DIN community helps us really just point to those. Honestly, it sounds terrible to say, Larry, but if I fail at a lesson, it just kind of becomes a joke. Like, look how bad this went. And then everybody, I mean, that's terrible to say, isn't it? I shouldn't say that as a teacher. But everybody comes in with so much support, and whether it's from Idaho or Canada or Mexico or England, and they've got strategies, but they'll laugh with me. And that's really what teachers need. We need to feel like we're part of the community and having fun with what we do, finding people who share that passion. So.
You said a couple of things that were very important there, Becky. First of all, failure. Okay, failure is always good. It's not bad. Failure is a good thing. Okay, unless you're flying an airplane. Okay, failure is a good. Yeah, failure is a good thing because you learn from failure. Okay, and some things you may have a professional learning community. Everybody's doing it, but it's not right for you. That's not failure. That's just I tried something that didn't work. That's the end of it, and that's just fine. And the other thing that you said, which really struck me, the professional learning community, like the one at Discovery, takes you beyond your particular school. It takes you beyond your principal, your vice principal, your department head, your colleagues, and gives you an eye into everybody else. All right? And, we all get inbred after a while. You don't have to be that way in the world, the way the world is today. You're reaching out to a zillion people, okay? And the ideas from a zillion people are much better than the ideas from just your group. I thought that was very interesting the way you said that, okay? And I think that's extremely important, I got to tell you. And I have to say, if an educator these days, and you said the third thing that struck me, I meant to say this, you guys are happy in what you're doing because you're constantly learning about it. And in this day and age, and Becky, you know this, and Ann, you certainly do, there's a serious challenge with teacher retention. All right? Teachers are, unfortunately, not you, Becky, but teachers are leaving in droves. Okay? It's that simple. And if you're happy at your job and feel like you're accomplishing something, you're not going to leave. Okay? You need ideas to flow. And in this day and age, a professional learning community allows you to get those ideas and share your ideas, which is equally important. Okay, here I did something good. Let me share it with the world. Okay, it's that simple. So you said three things that I found extremely important there, Becky. And Ann, when you hear all that, how does that reflect on what you do as you run the Discovery Educator Network, which is the name, by the way, of your professional learning community over there?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think Discovery Education finds it so important to support these communities. It really, obviously we support education and driving the future of it. We know that those students in those classrooms are going to be leading this world soon, so being able to support the teachers and supporting them is so huge. But it also helps us a little selfishly stay on top of educational trends, stay connected with our educave.
Not selfish.
We can help them grow. We can help them grow in their practice.
I have to explain that. I have to interrupt. It's not selfish. There is a tremendous symbiotic relationship between the industry and the teachers. Okay? Yes. If the two don't know what the other is doing, we're not going to get the right products. We're not going to get the right curriculums out there. You as an education company at Discovery, and I know you guys do this, you have to be on top of what teachers need, what teachers want, or you're producing the wrong products. By the same token, they will talk to you about what is needed, etc. Okay, and it gives them the sense that is, in fact, they are professionals. You want their opinion to create those products. It's not selfish. It's symbiotic, and I think there's a big difference between the two of them. I really do. I'm very much interested, as everybody knows, in industry voice. The industry has a lot of great things to say, but it can't say it without the help of the profession. That's my speech for today. Thank you. Vote for Larry in November. Thank you, Larry. Thank you very much. I have 2 votes. It's 2-0 right now. Okay, but that's the way I feel about it. You're right. It's not selfish, though. It's not selfish. It's good. Good selfish.
For sure.
Yeah, there's good selfish.
And like you said, they really help us mold our products and build our product roadmap, and ensure that we are hitting their pain, or not hitting, solving their pain points, and really, helping them in the classroom. So it's huge to stay connected with them, and they're our biggest advocates, and that's why we stay connected.
Exactly.
Well, I'm going to jump in here too, Larry, and I'm just kind of going to say,
Becky,
I was in leadership. I was in leadership and during the pandemic, and moved back into the classroom. And I think every administrator, every leader needs to go back into the classroom for at least a semester or something. Yeah, but I will say like Ann is saying, it's selfish, but they listen to us. Den listens to teachers. We talk about what we need and how the students are different. And that is one of the things that comes out over the last 2 years from Discovery Education, from that network, is that community that says, what can we do to help you? What do you need? And they were constantly asking that through the pandemic. And that's what makes that community special from the business side of it, I guess. It makes the teachers really feel like there's someone listening to us.
Absolutely. And if they don't listen to the teachers, there's no business, and every company out there knows it. Okay, you guys are professionals. You know what you're doing. All right, it's amazing. And by the way, you said the word DEN, D-E-N. That's Discovery Educator Network, everybody, the acronym. And thank you. Just the world of education needs another acronym. Thank you, Becky.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, that's okay. We love you. No matter what you say, we're going to love you here. Okay, you're wonderful. And with all that said, let me go back to Ann for a second. Ann, how do you ascertain what's needed to do? Give us a couple examples of what you guys do on the Discovery Educator Network, okay, and how you kind of learned about it and developed it. But just give it one or two or whatever pops into your mind.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think at the core, we are just looking for every opportunity to connect teachers with other teachers. So whether that's, virtual meetings, virtual events, or in person, we all just got together at ISTE a couple ago.
Good.
Yeah, so just really looking for opportunities to connect them with each other and connect with us, provide those networking opportunities and so forth. We also, in the next couple months, are going to be launching a new digital online platform for them to connect asynchronously, which I think is going to be huge.
Wow.
They'll be able to upload their lesson plans and share ideas, kind of what Becky was talking about earlier, like, hey, I tried this, I want to share it with everyone else. So we're super excited to provide that additional opportunity, just really for them to connect and learn and share with each other.
And you guys sell to a lot of school districts. A lot of school districts use Discovery products. Is the network open to everybody? How's membership? I want to ask this the right way. Is membership only open to those schools that are or districts that are using Discovery products, or is it open to everybody? That kind of thing.
So you do have to have access to Discovery Education, but it can be any of our products. So we don't limit it there. So as long as you have one of our products, you can join the Discovery Educator Network and be instantly connected with others that are using it.
That's excellent. And what's the most popular thing that people are checking out on there?
So I think it's the resources that we give them and the sneak peeks that we give them. We love to let them know before, the product changes or, new content comes in. I really think those sneak peeks are what they value the most because then they can go prepare their schools and their districts and go back and share with each other as it goes live, and they can be prepared. I think that's probably one of the coolest features of the Den for sure.
What's the key sneak peek right now, these days?
So we have some new content coming to our platform that Discovery Education is producing, some new social studies videos that we're super excited about for grades 3 through 5. Yeah.
Great. Good stuff. When does school start? Becky, when does school start?
I get back next Wednesday.
Oh, my God. When did you get out? Let's be fair. When did you get out? June 1st?
My last day was around June 1st.
Okay, well, I live up north. I've always lived up north, and we always go back right after Labor Day. So when people tell me they're going back in early August, okay, I always go, wow, that's just amazing. Of course, I know you get out earlier, but still, it's pretty darn cool. Okay, it's pretty darn cool, I got to tell you. And I have to ask this, is the school air conditioned? This is another thing I must ask. How do the kids do with that?
Oh, yeah, we have air conditioning.
Yeah. You
Lots
take that
of air
for granted.
conditioning.
You take that for granted. Believe me, a lot of no schools, I don't know if any schools up here are that air conditioned, because they're not in there that long over the summer. It's really interesting. I just find it really interesting. Good luck when the school year begins. Are you going to be teaching 11th and 12th grade again?
I am. That's where my current assignment is. Of course, as a high school teacher, you never know. You could go in and they would change it. But yes,
oh, really?
That's what I'm slated to teach.
Wow. It's just wild. What's your favorite thing up on the Discovery Educator Network?
My favorite thing in the community?
Yeah.
I just...
Or whatever, however you want to answer that. Yeah.
Yeah, I love any time we get together. So we just had DNSI, and that's when... And I think there were how many people registered for DNSI?
About 450.
Wait, but what is DNSI? What is DNSI? I know Dan. What's DNSI?
It's the Discovery Education Network Summer Institute.
And
it's 2 days of online learning. We're virtual right now. Online learning. We have breakout sessions where we hear about new products and we see example lessons from other educators all over where they share things they're doing in their classrooms with us. We have little breakout sessions where it's kind of a coffee chat, just sitting and talking and catching up with people that I've known for years. So it brings me together with people, reconnect.
Yeah.
It really energizes me to go back to work because I was kind of feeling the stress of going back to work, but hearing that everybody else is there was amazing. So that's probably my favorite thing right now.
Yeah, and that's I got to tell you, that's probably the most important thing these days. I hate to say it, but you heard me mention about teacher retention prior to this, and you were just saying, excuse me, let me cough this out here. Pardon me. Okay, and you were just saying, you were under stress, and a lot of teachers, do I have to go back this year? Okay, I don't know whether I can do it again. I mean, it's happening all over the country. It's scary because there's not a good pipeline of educators, and people are always thinking about that. It's a stressful job. But when you're with other people, okay, like this, and not just in your school, I'm talking about other teachers from everywhere, you find out what a good job it is, how successful other people are doing. You were able to share your successes, and before you know it, okay, you're back in a great frame of mind. Okay, and once again, a good starting school and a powerful teacher. Right? Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
Thank
You're
you.
so right.
And
just because
by ladies and gentlemen, I paid her to say that because I'm the host. I'm always right. Right.
You're always right.
Thank you. That's okay. Can you please send a letter signed by both of you to my wife because she thinks I'm wrong all the time. For goodness' sake. Okay, it's that simple, And what's next on the horizon? Okay, what's the next things coming up? And how do you? I mean, I'm curious how you put all this together. I really am. Do you hear from your sales reps what's needed? Do you hear from the teachers? Well, how does it all come together? Okay, and how do you get it up there with everybody? It's hard.
It is, yeah. And
it is hard.
Especially coming out of the pandemic, we're kind of resetting some of the things that we do. We know, as Becky said, education has changed. So, we're obviously always listening to the teachers. But, yeah, I definitely am hearing from our sales rep and our customer success reps to see what they're hearing in the field and what, people are wanting. And I think, as we head into back to school, this is really the time that we ramp it up and ramp up our support for our educators. So like I said, we're about to launch that online platform, looking at scheduling some professional development sessions for our educators, and they may not necessarily be about DE because we are committed to the whole educator and really helping them grow professionally.
I know that.
Yeah, for sure. We are going to launch some book clubs for them to connect virtually and also grow professionally. And, I mentioned the sneak peeks earlier. We also have lots of feedback sessions that they can join to help us kind of grow the future of Discovery Education, as well as writing for our blog, sharing their best practices. So it's really just kind of putting up that menu of things that they might be interested in and letting them kind of pick what they want to do and how committed they want to be. The the awesome thing about professional learning communities is you can do whatever, whenever, whatever fits your needs at that time. So maybe you're in a season that's really busy and you can't fully commit. That's fine. You can pick pieces that can still support you. Or if you are, ready to dive in and ready to share, there's other types of bigger opportunities that you can take advantage of and more connections. So that's what I really love about professional learning communities is, you can be as big or as small as you want in that community and still get something out of it.
It's good. How old is the the Discovery Education Network, Dan? How old is
we just celebrated 18 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
18 years. So it started. What was it? 2002. It started.
2005. Yep, we started.
I can't do my math. Becky, help me. I can't do my math. Right.
That's okay. I was a math teacher, so I can help you too.
Thank you very much. It's subtraction. I'm not real good at it. Look at my checkbook. Okay, don't tell the IRS. Okay, and that's my wife would die laughing. She heard that. Okay, 2005. Social media wasn't like crazy big back then. All right,
no.
And this is pretty interesting. Well, I'm curious about this. What percentage? And I hope it's high. I don't even know if you know this. Discovery deals with thousands and thousands and thousands of teachers. Okay? Do you happen to know the percent? I hope a lot of those teachers are taking advantage of this. Okay? Because
they are.
It's really key, And they've got to. Yeah, and it's hard to get people to do that, especially at the beginning. What the hell's this? Okay? But you get the teacher eye roll. Becky knows that. Oh, here we go again. All right? This is not that. Okay? This is something that's really good and it really works and it's really important these days. Okay? Especially post-pandemic, as you guys mentioned. Do you have any idea how many people are in the network? I didn't even ask that. How many?
Yeah, so it grows every day. I think when I looked on Friday, we were up to about 1,550. So super excited about that, and it continues to grow. We did do a reset a couple of years ago just to kind of have people recommit and, re-sign up and make sure that everyone is accurate and up to date. So we're continuing to grow, but it's a great group. We have a lot of people that have been around for those 18 years and even 10 years. And then we have so many new people that have joined us recently that we're just thrilled to kind of bring into the community and share and continue to grow it.
All right, Becky, how long have you been in there?
I think I started around 2009, 2010.
Wow.
But I was kind of sat on the sidelines for a few years before I jumped in.
Right, and then the jumping in worked out. The jumping in worked out. And we have to go, but I have to ask you one question. Becky, you mentioned your daughter and her dog, her fur baby. Am I correct?
Yes.
What is the dog's name?
She has a red cattle dog named Baby.
Baby. And what is a red cow dog, did you say?
Cattle dog. It looks
cattle
like a
dog,
coyote.
even worse. Yeah. Are you familiar with this breed, Ann, the cattle dog?
Only because of Becky's daughter, but I hadn't heard of it until then.
It looks like a coyote?
It does. It looks like a coyote. It's got its own TikTok channel and everything. Yeah. It's almost famous.
This is Baby.
It's like Emily's
Baby
cattle
the
dog
red
or
cattle
something.
Dog. Baby the red cattle dog?
I think so.
Okay. How old is Baby?
About 2, I think.
Well, Baby's a baby. Okay, this is really
Baby is
good.
a baby.
I don't tell your daughter that Baby is now world famous. Okay,
I will let
is the
her
stepping
know.
stone. This is the stepping stone to Baby's world fame. Okay, literally.
I will let her
baby.
know.
Thank you. This is good. This is wonderful. I got to wish you, and it's going to be a great year for you. But Becky, you start school next Wednesday, 10 days from now. Just enjoy the rest of your time off, and you have a great year. You take good care of those kids down there.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you both. Doing a hell of a good job, I got to tell you. And doing a hell of a good job.
And does a great job.
Yes, she. Actually, I'm glad you said that because I can hear in both of your voices how enthusiastic you are for this, and I think that's really, really nice. Okay, it's really good. So have a great school year, both of you. Okay, thank you both. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Okay, what lovely ladies, and they're so nice to talk to, and they sound so excited, okay? The Discovery Education Network, that's run by Ann Crilley. Becky's a member down at Pine Lake Prep, a K-12 school in Mooresville, North Carolina, okay, where she's an AP teacher and the instructional technology specialist, and she has a dog. Her daughter has a dog named Baby, all right? We're going to archive the show over at ace-ed.org. Share it with friends if you want to go over there anytime and listen to it. And if you want to get in touch with me, it's Larry at ace-ed.org. Everybody, have a happy Monday. We're getting close to school starting.